Jason here from OTR, and today I'm going to be talking about taking a closer look on semi-truck repairs. Now, we all know that semi-truck repairs and repairs in general are just the most frustrating things that we have to deal with when we own semi-trucks. I've owned quite a few semi-trucks over the years, and when you have to take your truck into the shop, you don't know how much it's going to cost. You're kind of relying on someone else to tell you exactly what's going on. A lot of times the repair shops and or dealerships are trying to tell you something different. And this is why I think it's really important for you to be informed, because you don't want to make a very costly mistake. I'm telling you this because I've seen it firsthand. I used to own a heavy duty truck repair shop back in 2012 to 2015. We did ACs, alternators, wiring issues. They would have their truck break down over the road. They would take it to the shop. Let's say it was an EGR valve that was fixed. All of a sudden, the truck goes back on the road. It's not even like 200-300 miles later. It's the exact same fault code that pops up. And a lot of times you take your truck back to the same shop that did the work, and sometimes they don't honor exactly what they did, or because that part didn't replace that issue, again, you're getting charged for it. So it's really important right now for you to pick the right repair shop and to know exactly what's going on with your truck. When it comes to repair shops, you just want to find people that are truthful, people that are honest, and probably a recommendation from someone else who has a good experience with one. You know, a lot of times you could check like Google reviews. There might be different ways for you to find someone who can help you. Not to say that every dealership is bad. There's a lot of dealers that are honest and truthful. Really, it's all up to, you know, the service advisor and your relationship with them. Man, did I see my fair share of bad dealers and dealers that took advantage of customers, where they would necessarily recommend that they replace their whole entire exhaust system, DPF, DEF, SCR system. Not only do you have like a $5,000 bill, you got like a $20,000 bill. I had a customer who had a 2012 Freightliner with a DD15. He had a knock sensor that failed. He had the dreaded SCR low efficiency fault code, which put his truck into 5-mile-an-hour D-rate. The dealership that he took it to practically said he needs to do a one box. He needed to do all this other stuff. He called me and he was just like, "Hey Jason, what do you recommend doing?" And I was just like, "Hey, what are the fault codes? What are the issues going on with your truck?" The dealership didn't want to do it because they said, "Hey, if you don't do everything, we're not going to do it, because we're not going to honor the repair at the time." And so what we did was we just found someone who could replace it, because this is all over the road. They replaced the inlet and outlet knock sensor. They ran the NOx efficiency test. They did a forced DPF regen. They reset the codes. Truck was back on the road. The issue never came back. There's a lot of times and a lot of stories that I could share that are exactly like this, where the dealer or the repair shop is just not being honest. And so I highly recommend you find someone you can trust. When you're operating an emission controlled vehicle, because due to regulations, it's very important to have your SCR, your DEF, DPF system maintained well. Every 200 to 300,000 miles, you should be taking your truck into service to get your DPF filter replaced, due to just emission regulations. If you have a truck and if you're operating, let's say out of California, you have to make sure that your truck is not only up to the standards for the emission regulations, but you're making sure that you're staying on top of your maintenance. Now in the modern era, where you have a truck 2011 and newer, and you're using the modern technology of the after treatment system, highly recommend that you really take proper care. Find a good shop that actually knows what they're doing and they have the proper tools. I've heard time and time again where people, like, they have a, let's say a 2021 or a 2019 Peterbilt MX-13 engine. The local shop doesn't have the proper diagnostic tools to be able to even plug into it, to retrieve the fault codes, to be able to do a DPF reset, or to be able to help them, especially if they run into a D-rate situation. You have to make sure that the repair shop has the right tools, or else you're just gonna be stuck paying that bill of labor without them actually doing any work. I don't want you to do that. I really want to see you actually be able to be in control of your own destiny. I've actually heard stories from my customers saying that they got charged for, let's say, a alternator, but they never replaced the alternator. It doesn't even look brand new, but they got charged an alternator. make sure you're taking pictures of before and after to make sure that they actually replace the component. I was one of those shops that was just honest and trying to take care of people, because I knew that if you really take care of people, they're gonna take care of you. If you have a repair shop that really treats you well and you know them personally, I would highly recommend that you really hold on to them and you do everything you can to continue to strengthen your relationship, because that's really vital and really important for you.